Martina and Nils, I understand you've visited several Inuit communities as part of your journey, a chance for you to compare experiences as Indigenous peoples. What stood out most for you in that regard? We'll start with Martina.
I think that the similarities was so present, and I also think that we share so much culture and we share so much history. Like, for example, the residential schools, we have the similar thing that happened to us in Sweden, and the high suicide rates in the Inuit communities, it's the same in Sweden. And there were so many, you felt connected to the people even though we're from different parts of the Arctic, and that was really precious.
Nils, anything to add to that?
It's mostly the same. Like, it was frightening similar to home, and yeah, just as Martina said.
So
that's about it.
Nils, I'll start with you. And for the second question, you both come from families who live off the land as reindeer herders. How is climate change affecting life in the Sami homeland in that regard?
Well, it's mostly the snow and the ice right now. Like under winter, the winters are shorter, so it's more difficult to like move around the areas, especially when we're moving with the herd to another place. The ices are weaker. There's risk for like reindeers going through the ice, and then we have like just in general like the summers are warmer or they're more unstable, so we can't tell how the summer is gonna be, and like the autumns. It's the weathers. It's difficult to tell what is coming next. Like beforehand, like back in the day, we could tell through the weather we're gonna get this, so we can prepare for that. We can't do that anymore, unfortunately.
And how about the numbers of the animals? Has that been affected?
Yes and no. I really can't tell, but maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay. Still, I guess a big question mark that everyone's trying to figure out. And so, Martina, I understand that part of your mission here in Canada is to see how other parts of the Arctic approach adaptation to climate change. What have you seen so far of that nature that you'll take back with you to Sweden?
I think the biggest thing I will take back is the Talirupi manga that happened when we were out in the expedition. And when we were so privileged to be a part of that announcement in Arctic Bay with the Prime Minister. And I think that the thing that Canada did here with the Talirupi manga is the thing that all other countries who have Indigenous people need to adapt, because that's one of the things I think will help us most with battling climate change. And the thing is using the Indigenous people, their knowledge, using their way of living and the land and their knowledge to help battle this, because we are the people who have been living with the land for centuries, not of it. So we are the people who knows the land the most and will be the ones who's going to be there standing in the front lines fighting it.
All right. Well, Martina and Nils, thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Thank you.